Good morning, dear friends. Nature is always trying to reveal its secrets to those who keep their eyes wide open. When you do some experiment or when you are observing something, any unexpected incident, any unexpected observation may be a hint given by the nature to enable you to find out the secrets of nature. Those who got the cue and worked on it did wonders. History is witness to that. Isaac Newton did not have any intention to discover gravity when he was sitting under a tree in his garden. When he was sitting under a tree in the garden, the sight of a falling apple triggered his mind, his thoughts, which led to the discovery of gravity and the formulation of universal law of gravitation, a revelation to him by nature. So C.V. Raman discovered Raman Effect based upon his observations when he was returning from abroad in a ship. He saw how the big waves hit the vessels and in turn the secondary waves emanated from the surface of the vessel. This helped him to formulate the Raman Effect, the theory of Raman Effect. Nature reveals its secrets to those who are observant and ready to think and formulate and make connections based upon the observations. X-rays. X-rays were discovered by Röntgen. This experiment was not intended to discover anything. He was conducting experiment with cathode ray tube and incidentally noted a glow on a fluorescent screen present in the lab. He tried to find the source from where this glow is coming. He placed his hands and suddenly found that the shadow is cast on the screen which was glowing due to fluorescence, but only the shadow of bones were found there. He suddenly pulled his hands back and checked, so nothing happened to his hands, but the rays, the invisible rays which illuminated the fluorescent screen could pass through the flesh and they were blocked only by the bones. So this led to the discovery of X-rays and the invention of X-ray machines and all. So X-rays which revolutionized the medical diagnosis as well as treatment, as well as X-rays find various applications in industries ranging from cutting and welding to finding out flaws in highly sophisticated balls as well as tires of vehicles. To explore nature, just being observant is not enough. Be like a child. The spirit of inquiry is inborn in human beings. When a child starts to move his lips, when it creeps on the floor, it takes anything in front of it. It hits it, it bangs it, it bites it, it licks it, chews it, throws it, and does whatever it can do with it. This is the inborn nature of every human being when it's growing up. This is the way we learn things, to observe and to experiment and to learn from the experiences, from the errors as well as success. This is how we learn things. But when we are getting older and older, the nature, the inborn nature to explore whatever we come across, it shifts to somewhat rigid boundaries. This should not be happening. For this, we have to encourage the students, and students should continue to ask questions and experiment and explore more about whatever is learned, whatever is observed, whatever is learned. And whenever you are getting a new result or a result or observation which is unexpected, then please try to remember that this is the case when nature is trying to reveal. It is trying to disclose some secret to you. You are getting some different result other than the anticipated result. That may be a moment that nature has chosen to reveal its secrets. Hans Christian Ørsted didn't have any intention to discover magnetic effect of electric current when he was demonstrating a simple electrical circuit to the students. But during his demonstration, he noted that a magnetic needle kept in the vicinity of this apparatus, the magnetic needle was deflecting. The magnetic needle could have been kept there quite accidentally because it was not part of the experiment that he was demonstrating. But when he switched on the current in the electrical circuit he was demonstrating, a magnetic needle which was close to this apparatus got deflected. So this was noticed by Ørsted, and he continued his experiment on this observation, the new observation. That's whenever he switched on, the needle, magnetic needle deflects. He repeated the experiment by bringing it closer, then the amount of deflection increased. He tried to reverse the current, then the direction of deflection also reversed. He kept it over, he kept it below. This is the spirit of inquiry. So this experiments, the observation, then the experiments on it, the various trials he made, and eventually he was able to formulate the magnetic effects of current. And this observation led to various applications which we use, like the motor, the fan, and whatnot. The magnetic effects of current. The helical structure of DNA. Watson and Crick were very much involved to find out DNA, but what triggered the helical structure of DNA was an observation during their period of research to find out the structure. They accidentally found two snakes mating. They're forming the helical pair, and this was a sudden glow in their mind, and this led to the theory of helical structure of DNA. The structure of benzene. Kekulé was very much involved in trying to find out the structure. He was obsessed with how to find out what would be the structure of benzene. And when he was asleep, suddenly the bones start dancing inside the hexagonal structure, and he came up with the interchanging of double bonds in the structure of benzene. So, like this, one thing we have to be very much observant, and there are hundreds of examples where nature has revealed through some incidental observations or accidental observations, and which led to revolutionary. So many of such observations may be accidental, incidental, coincidence. But those who have taken it seriously and followed by experimental theoretization brought about big revolutions. So the point is, dear children and my dear friends, let's be more open, more observant, more experimental, and more enthusiastic. Be inquisitive, ask questions, and try to find the answers. Thank you. Thank you.